Hey everybody, Tabitha here from Tabitha Explores, taking you on our next RV adventure together, and it is time for a new chapter. We are moving from Arizona to, wait for it, California. So I am super excited for this change. I've wanted to spend more time in California, well, my whole life really. Ever since I was there as a kid to go to Disneyland the first time, I have wanted to be back in California, and there's so much to see there. I barely touched anything that I wanted to see, but I did get to spend a few weeks in California. So, this video in particular is the move itself. I started out leaving Whetstone and had a night, which ended up being in Quartzsite. I wasn't planning to do that originally, but just thinking about, I had a few friends in Quartzsite that I wanted to see again one more time, and where I had planned to go, there wasn't anybody new. I would have just been getting in, sitting in the RV, maybe reading my book and not really doing anything. Instead, I decided, why not go through Quartzsite? Ended up making it a longer day on my first day of driving, but it was really, really well worth it. I went to game night at the RV park, just like old times. I had dinner with a friend, and yeah, it really filled my heart to just see all of those people one more time. So it was a great stop in Quartzsite. And then the next day, I literally only had a 2-hour drive to get to um, Palm Springs. Well, technically Palm Desert. So I stayed a little bit south of Palm Springs in Palm Desert at my first 1,000 trails. So on that note, might not have been the best introduction for me in 2,000 trails. When I got in there, it was a 1,000 trails where they don't assign you a site. You go in and you look for a site and you park there, and you're supposed to check and double check that you have power. A lot of their sites didn't have power, which was kind of unnerving for me, being my first time at 1,000 trails. It ended up working out okay. The first site I parked at had power when I checked it, but through the night, the afternoon and the night, my power was turning off and turning on, and sometimes I would have to go and flick the switch and that sort of thing. So it was definitely a little unnerving. I did have plans while I was there, so unfortunately I was kind of without power for a couple of days. But once we got everything sorted out, the management was really great. So I will absolutely give them props. I think it was Gary was the manager on site, and he was great, and he made sure that I was able to move into a new site on the day that I actually could make the move, and it had proper power, and I didn't have any problems after that. So I really commend them and what they did for me to get me into a powered site. And you know, they were working on fixing the power problems while I was there. They had somebody come in to redo the power, and I think about 10 of the sites that didn't have power while I was there. So there is something they're working on. It's not an ideal situation, but they were working on it, and they were really great in how they handled at least me with my failure to have power at my site, or proper power. So I will commend them for that. I would go back and stay at this campsite again, 1,000 Trails Palm Springs, which is in Palm Desert in the Coachella Valley. And yeah, that was kind of the video of getting there. A little problem with the power in the site, but otherwise the drive was really good. It's driving through a lot of Arizona desert, so there's not a whole lot to see that doesn't look like the last 5 miles we did. But I hope you do like this video. I actually started out this video, I will interrupt myself to say that I did a bit of a different thing when I was getting ready to go, because I knew I had time. I got up nice and early. So I did a little bit of my kind of hookup process, like how I get ready to leave a site. So you will see that first, and then the drive out to California. So again, I hope you like this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Hey everybody, it is morning of moving day and I have a bit of time today. I've had my shower already. As you can see, I've got still very wet hair. But I thought I'd go through a little bit of my process for getting everything all ready to go. Yesterday afternoon, I took care of a bunch of the outside stuff. I've got a couple of chairs, and a mat, my barbecue, and propane for the barbecue, and those all went away yesterday afternoon. And then this morning, it's always moving from back to front, basically getting everything ready to go. So I'll swing you around here so you can see the bedroom. I've got things that won't kind of fit on the floor, or will, like my suitcase will like slide around and bang around, so it's going on the bed. And like nothing on the I've got some laundry a little bit on the floor, and then everything else has kind of been brought up so that I can pull the bedroom slide in. And I do this early because the next plan, moving from back to front, is to empty my tanks. So the tank stuff is all underneath the bedroom slide. So having it in early really helps with the, keeps me from banging my head basically, because I have smacked my head so many times on that thing. So let's bring this slide in. Pretty easy. There's just a little button on the wall that I push, and it'll bring it in so that the bed butts right up against the wardrobe. All right, we have everything in its place. Anything that doesn't have a place goes in my laundry basket, hence why my laundry is on the floor in the bedroom. And we are ready. Making one last look at everything. Oh, I left the cloth up, put that in the sink. And we're gonna close the slide. Let's watch her come in. And we're going to be pulling up the stabilizing jacks next. And then we'll attach the hitch to the truck and we'll be ready to go. And we're at, I think, around 9:15, so right on time. And there we go. She's all pulled in and ready to go. Let's go finish it up. Last thing to do here is put the stairs up into the RV. I don't know if I can do this one-handed. Here we go. Give it a try. Not so bad. Oh, dusty. That's okay. I'll clean it up. And we'll get that door closed. We'll lock her up. Always double check and double lock, and then we'll put the handle in, and we are all locked up and ready to roll. We'll pull up the stabilizing jacks next and hook up to the truck and roll on out. All right, let's set these stabilizing jacks. Make sure they both pull up. All right, well, we are all hooked up and ready to go. I've been sweating, so my sunglasses are all foggy. And we are leaving Whetstone, Arizona, and we are headed to, well, eventually Palm Springs. But right now, first stop, well, the absolute first stop is going to be for gas in Eloy, Arizona, which is only about an hour and a half from here. And then I'll have 2.5 hours till we get to...
In 600 feet, turn right onto Arizona 82 East.
Wellton, Arizona, which is a little bit east of Yuma, and we'll settle there for tonight. And then the plan is to head out tomorrow and make it to Palm Springs. So we will be in Palm Springs for...
Turn right onto Arizona 82 East.
2 weeks as of tomorrow. Well, technically Desert Springs, I think it is, or Desert Palm Desert. One of those places anyways. Which is kind of the plan. We'll go there and enjoy some nice warm
In a quarter
weather.
mile, turn left onto Arizona 90 North.
All right, you can see Pebbles is pulling on behind me. We made it out of the RV park. It's a nice, sunny, cloudy day. It is a little bit cloudy here today. I'm just checking all my mirrors that nothing is like opening up or coming out or anything like that. So now we're good. We've double checked all the locks and we've done our walk around with our lights, make sure everything is working, and we are good to go. It's 9:40, so I am right on schedule for leaving between 9:30 and 10. This should put me in, it says a 4-hour drive, but it'll probably be closer to 4.5. So 2:15, somewhere in there. And yeah, we'll make one stop for gas. Should only be one stop for gas. Hopefully it's only one stop for gas. And yeah, here we go. Alright, well, we are driving through Tucson, Arizona at the moment. There's quite a bumpy, jerky way about this highway right here. You can see the city over on the right. I never did make it to downtown Tucson. I drove over around quite a bit of Tucson, but never made it into the city to look at those, you know, tall buildings, but that's okay. And there seems to be, I've been on this part of the highway a few times now, and there's a section of this highway where I completely lose CarPlay. Don't know why. Just turns off, shuts down, and then a few minutes later I have to go in and reconnect, and it connects fine and goes on about its business. Oh, there we go. Exactly just now. I just lost CarPlay. And it is such a weird thing. There's this like dead zone almost of where you lose CarPlay. It's very weird, very interesting thing. But and usually if you lose CarPlay, it'll come back on its own. Oh, there, it came back on its own. Usually it doesn't. Usually I need to, oh no, lost it again. I was back for a second and it's gone again. And I will probably have to go into my apps and reconnect the CarPlay. Are currently between and where I should go for tonight. You know, I was really into this, like, I want to do a new route. I want to go to Welton and take the Highway 8 into California. Although, yeah, another idea just came to mind. But I have friends in Quartzsite. I have 4 friends in Quartzsite that I would really love to see. And why am I not just going back through there and staying a night in Quartzsite? It's not any longer. It's actually slightly shorter. It's an awful drive between Phoenix and Quartzsite, but I would get to see some friends. And it's game night tonight at the RV park that I stayed at last time. So I think when I get to my gas stop here in a few minutes, I am going to give that RV park a call just to see if they have space. And if they do, then I will think about
police reported ahead.
Changing my plan and going there for tonight instead. So we will see. Well, does the endless desert look familiar? Remind you of when we left here from Quartzsite to head into eastern Arizona? Yeah, it's familiar. And it's still beautiful. Like, I love all the saguaro trees, cacti. And, you know, the road's not too busy. I've had a few people passing me and a few semi-trucks, but not too bad taking Highway 8. Through the desert. Well, I have left Quartzsite for the last time this winter. I had an absolutely lovely time. I had dinner with a friend I know from Canada, and then it was game night at the RV park that I was at, and had a great time. The women won. Yay, go girls. And we had so much fun, such nice conversations. I, got in at like, what time did I get in? 3:30, so I got set up by 4 o'clock, ran and did dinner with a friend, came back, went pretty much straight to game night, didn't sit down in my RV until 9 o'clock at night, and nearly just passed out from exhaustion after a 5.5 hour travel day yesterday, and then just being on and talking to people, all evening. So it was really fun, really well worth it. It definitely filled my heart to see friends that I've made again, and that's always really nice. And now I am off, headed towards California. I'm headed out of Arizona. I saw my last Arizona sunset last night and my last Arizona sunrise this morning, and they did not they definitely they were just great. I can't think of the word, but they were great. They were just as expected. Arizona just can't stop with the beauty in the sunrises and sunsets every day. It's just been so beautiful, so I will miss those. say that yet. We still haven't gotten there and parked. Haven't gotten there and parked yet. I think I want the center lane here. Half a mile. Got nobody behind me, which is great. Oh, here we are. Look at this. Nope, not quite yet. Look at all the palm trees. We're gonna be living in palm trees.
In a quarter mile, turn right.
Okay, not here. Nobody behind me, so I got lots of time. There we are, 1,000 trails. Is this it? Or is that it? Oh.
So, no, 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 I don't think so. No, 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 it's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen. I don't think so. No.
Now I gotta go around.
Head west
probably.
on Varner Road, then turn right.
Yeah, no, I can't turn right there.
Turn right. In 1,000 feet, turn right.
Alright, well, I went and overshot the RV park.
Continue
and
on Varner Road for 2 miles.
is why you always go and check your maps and look at where the entrance is, because Google Maps had the entrance further down than I was gonna turn. And then as I looked at the maps and I was like, okay, let's go to where it says to turn, and as I passed it I went, I missed the turn. So anyways, there was a road I could turn down here, did a big loop, and now I'm back in the right direction and I know exactly where to turn. So all is resolved without any problems. All right, here we are. I think I saw when I
Head
looked.
east on Varner Road, then turn left. Turn
Check-in
left,
spot.
then turn left.
There we go.
Turn left, then turn left.